Well, welcome everyone. I have Gracie Beddow here, who did her honors project on crafting Subterranean Paranoia through propaganda. Gracie's research kind of covers where conspiracy theories and propaganda, kind of where the gray area comes together. And she's developed her very own conspiracy theory that she can tell you a little more about. So first off, before we do that, I have your honors cord. Yay! So congratulations. I won't make you wear it this whole time, but you have it now.
Thank you. Yeah, it's such an honor. So this is my presentation, which was crafting subterranean paranoia through propaganda and conspiracy. So originally this project started out as just going over propaganda maps. I wanted to create a propaganda map that convinced the public that there were mole people underground. So propaganda is the intentional dissemination of exaggerated or false information through various channels to influence the public. So basically that could be like a poster that has like Ronald McDonald fighting the Burger King mascot, and then underneath it says McDonald's is better than Burger King. So a propaganda map could be a poster telling a similar message, but instead of like Ronald McDonald's fighting the Burger King mascot, it would be a map of your hometown with an X over the Burger King and a check mark over where the McDonald's is. So it's propaganda maps are basically just propaganda that utilizes maps. So that was my original project. But as I started working on it and making it and researching this, I realized that I wasn't only using propaganda, I was also using conspiracy theories. So I looked up conspiracy theories and learned more about them, and I learned that they involve the creation and propagation of ideas, and they commonly incorporate elements of truth or scientific principles to lend credibility to their claim and help convince the viewer. And as I looked at that, I realized that there's a lot of connections between propaganda and conspiracy. So I decided to shift my project and focus on the relationship between those two things, because they both focus on like convincing the audience of like falsified truths and things like that. Their whole goal of both propaganda and conspiracy is just convincing the audience. So I decided to focus on that connection. And the way I did that was I created a video series where I pretended to be like a conspiracy fanatic who believed for 100% truth that there were mole people underground, and I wanted to convince the world that that was also true. So I made those videos and posted them online. And then I created 2 propaganda posters that I spread through campus that linked to those videos, and then I gathered the results to see how effective this technique is. So now I'm going to put you in the eyes of like a student who happened to see these posters that didn't know anything about this. So imagine you're walking around campus and you see this poster. More than likely, you wouldn't really look twice at it. You've seen a lot of posters. This one's not that incredibly interesting. And you also live in a dorm, so you don't have a yard to have a mole problem. So you move on and you don't even really look at it. But then a little bit later, you see this poster. And you think, well, it's weird that there's 2 different mole people posters around campus, so you might look a little bit closer, but still, you probably don't really care. And then a week later, suddenly you start seeing these posters absolutely everywhere. All your friends start talking about them. They're in the bathrooms, they're on tables, they're in the lunchroom. They're just everywhere. They're even on social media and stuff like that. So you decide maybe you're going to look a little bit closer, and you're going to read the article that the poster claims the QR code links to. So you use your phone, you link with that QR code, and this video pops up. And we're just going to watch this whole video. So sorry, it doesn't look very good. It wasn't really meant to go on a projector screen this big.
Like check it out myself. How cool there, maybe I'll upload a video of me exploring the woods and just... That's why the posters are in code, that's why the descriptions are in code, that's why my...
So basically that entire video was just a trailer for all the videos I made. So it was just a few different important clips from like the 10 videos I made that I put together and linked to the posters. And then these buttons that are about to appear on the screen, those buttons, if you were to click those, it would bring you to the rest of the videos I made on the channel. So that's what you'd see if you were a college student who happened to scan those codes. So now we're going to go into the creation and the reasons why I made the videos the way I did and the posters the way I did. So here's some of the inspirations for the videos, and the first, most important inspiration is the found footage style. So the found footage style is a filmmaking style characterized by its portrayal of events as if they were authentic video recordings, and this creates a sense of realism which adds to the believability and fear factor. So in other words, found footage most important goal is trying to convince the audience that you're not watching a movie right now. Right now you're watching like security footage or like a video log that someone real made. And the way that a lot of different movies that do this will go about convincing you will be starting it off with a little thing like this. So this is from Paranormal Activity 2, where at the beginning it's trying to convince you that this isn't just a movie. This is security footage that the police seized as evidence that then a studio, like production company, put together afterwards. So it's trying to convince you that it's real by saying that this isn't just a movie in this way. And I copied that technique by at the beginning of the last video you just watched, it said this is all real. So that's trying to follow that same style of convincing the audience in that way. Another way to convince the audience that this is real is using the handheld footage style. So that's when you hold the camera in your hand during filming and just like actually move it around. And this makes usually the goal of a movie, like the producer's main goal, is to make you forget you're watching a movie. They don't want you to think that you're looking at a screen that's like, and you're a part of the scene. It wants you to think, in found footage style, they want you to know that you're looking through a camera, that someone's holding a camera in the scene. So that's why handheld footage is important, because it makes it seem more real and it makes you understand that this might actually be real people. And it also makes the footage more jumpy and jarring, which makes it both scarier and more unpredictable. So here's a scene where I use the handheld footage style, so we're just going to watch it.